Creating your own brushes. When I first started using brushes, I mainly used the soft round brush, which was ideal for my landscape processing. When I started to create composite images, I found the choice was limited with the included brushes in Photoshop. I tried to create my own, but soon found out that not all photos can be turned into a brush. For example, creating different types of foliage or grass brushes, waves, mist or fog. The interesting thing about mist and fog is you can photograph a misty or foggy landscape, but how do you turn that fog into a brush to then brush across your images? It was not worth the effort for me to try and create all the different brushes that I wanted. So I bought or downloaded free brushes and built up my brush stash over the years. You can get a brush for just about anything now, and this gives you freedom to use your imagination. I'm going to show you how to create Moon Brush to get you started. Now it's on to the journey of having fun with the brushes. With this image, I'm going to turn it into a Photoshop brush. And it's a good example of an image of a moon, but the background is black. What I need to do is firstly select the moon, and this is where your selection skills come in. Now, this is an easy element to select, but if you've got something that's a little bit more complicated, that's where you need to fine-tune your selection skills. So what I'm going to do is come up and choose my quick selection tool because I find that might work better for this one. And I'll just zoom up and I'm going to select that moon. Now, as I come up a little bit, you can see there's a few missing edges there. It's not a good selection. And so I'd come up and make sure I get my either plus or minus, and I'll add to the selection or detract from the selection. I'll just go around. Now, you don't have to be too particular because this is going to be a brush, but I can see there's a little bit of green edge there, so I want to take that out. So I'm going to go to my minus up there and I'm going to drag it down a little bit across that green. I might bring that in a little bit. And that just gets rid of that green edging. Now, there's a little bit of green edging down here. That's why I zoom up in close to where I can see. Now, I need to expand that selection. So I'm going to go to my plus up the top and just nudge it along. And this is where your skills of selection come in. Now, it's missed a little bit up there, so I'll just nudge it up a little bit. And that'll do me just for the point of this exercise. But why I wanted to show you that was that you do need to pay particular attention to your selections, even if you're creating a brush. So what I'm going to do is turn that into a mask, or that selection into a mask. And I'll come down the bottom of my layers panel and click on mask. And there it is there. Now you can see that just that edging's just there. So that means my selection wasn't a good tight selection for this, but that's okay. We'll work with this and what we've got. Now what I want to do is desaturate this. So I'm going to click on the thumbnail of the image. And when I say desaturate, I'm stripping the color. Even though this is grayscale, or it looks grayscale, I need to desaturate it for it to turn into a Photoshop brush. So I'm going to go up to Image, Adjustments, Desaturate. And when you look at it, you think there hasn't been much change. But if you had a colour element, it would certainly be quite evident. So what I'm going to do is let's go in and check the size of the image. So I'll go Image Size. Oh, look at that. That's sitting at 4896 on the wide. So I'm going to make that 2000. And that size is to the right size for Photoshop to work with it. as a brush. So then I'm going to come up and go Edit, Define Brush Preset. There's my moon, and I'll call it Moon Chest, for example, and click on OK. Now, there's my moon brush. So let's say that I want to use that moon brush in an image like this. Sometimes I like to work a scene within a scene. So it's got the beautiful bushland, the forest, and then I've got my elements, the tower and the cloud, and a bird. I might just want to put a moon. It's a fantasy image. So it's the same technique. Click on my actions or go to Layer New, and I need a blank layer, and I'll call it Green Brush. There's my brush there. What color? I'm on white. My opacity is at 100. Let's just do one click. And there's my moon. Now, it's quite dominant in the scene. It doesn't blend in with the rest of the elements. So this is why doing it on a blank layer is good, because I can drop the opacity down a little bit. I can also use lighten or screen. Let's see what a soft light does. Doesn't do anything. Overlay. Let's go normal. I'll go back to it and drop the opacity down. And then what I'll do sometimes on that particular layer, just to soften it, I might add some Gaussian blur to that just to soften it. So I'm going to change my brush back to a soft round brush. That's why I find the action panel is so useful in speeding up your workflow. One click and there's my normal brush. So I'm going to come up and go Filter, Blur, Gaussian. Now, if I really put that up, you can see that it's applying the Gaussian to the brush. But I only just want to have a little bit of Gaussian blur to soften it. It's a little tip. It just gives it a soft feel to it, and click on OK. But it's too big. So again, using my actions panel or on the keyboard, I'll use Control-T or Command-T, but one click on the actions panel. There's my transform box, and I'm just going to make it a bit smaller, and I might move it over here. Creating your own brushes can be fun and adds a different element to your creative images. As I mentioned at the beginning, not every photo can be turned into a good Photoshop brush, especially for fog, mist, or rain. So if you're wanting to add atmosphere using Photoshop brushes, which gives you a little bit of a leeway, I've added a link to some of the brush collections I have available in the shop. Thanks for watching, and happy creating.